Hey there guys, Robin Rosado here with Top Speed Golf. Today we're going to talk about how to stop getting stuck in the golf swing. So let's go and get started. Okay guys, so what is getting stuck in the golf swing? Well, I see this a lot even with good players and tour players for that matter, is when we're getting stuck, that club and our hands are getting too far back here behind us now. And then what it's doing is our path is traveling actually too much into out. You can see my club face is wide open right now, and it's really hard for me to screw up the club face. So what that does for me as a righty, it's leading to a block out to the right. So maybe that's you, but sometimes I see, again with good players, well really all levels of players, is they feel that motion. Like athletically, you feel this motion of getting, oh, I'm stuck, I need to do something. So what you're gonna do is throw your hands at the last second. Well, now it's actually my hands are flipping at it too early. I don't have a lot of shaft lane. In actuality, I'm hooking the golf ball. So maybe that's you out there. Maybe you're struggling hitting blocks out to the right for your lefties to the left. So hitting these big blocks, or you're hitting hooks. Got to have a two-way miss going. Well, let me tell you this, it's probably going to be the same. It is going to be the same thing in your golf swing, and there's a good chance that you're getting a little bit stuck. And the common thing that I see when people are getting stuck in their golf swing is that they're sliding through impact. We talk a whole bunch about weight shift, and we talk about how much rotation we get. And a slide in a golf swing, when they're transferring a weight over here and doing this motion, you can see my hips are dead square, but I've slid my left hip outside of my hip socket, outside of my left foot here. It gives a little bit of an impression that we are transferring our weight right. So a lot of people can't really see that they're not rotating properly. And that's gonna be the overall idea here, is we're gonna try to get a little bit more rotation in the golf swing to help work those hands and club it more in front of you so they're not getting way back here behind you anymore. So let's go and dive into a couple drills and feelings for you guys that are gonna help you not get stuck on the way down. Okay, so the first part, we're actually gonna talk about rotation. I touched on it just a second ago. What we need to do is get our lower body to work out. Just like I said, either you're not using your hips at all, and not rotating, or you actually are and you're just sliding through it. Well, we need to get ourselves to be out of the way. This left hip, for me, needs to get out of the way. So how are we gonna do that? Well, a good thing that we're gonna do and work on is actually getting a little bit of a squat on the way down. In actuality, the average is from the dress position, my knees being bent on the way down, tour average is about 10 degrees of more flex in the knees. You can see that as I do that, as I get a little bit more flex, my knees aren't just bending, but I'm actually sitting down just a tad bit. And we'll notice here that if I sit down just a bit, now I'm in a really good athletic position. You think about athletes, football and baseball, they have their knees a little bit bent, they're ready to move. Kind of the same deal in the golf swing. We get this motion of squatting as the first move here. Now my knees are ready to go. It makes it really easy for my left knee to rotate out. You can see as my left knee rotates out, now my femur bone is coming back into me, and now my left hip is pushing out of the way. And it's really hard for me if I bend those knees to kind of slide through it. I want to get here, get that left knee out of the way, femur bone's getting out of the way, and now my left hip's clearing out of the way. So kind of a squat and rotate. As that looks from the down the line here, I'm going to sit and rotate open. That's gonna be the idea there. So that's the first part that we need to do to get away from the slide and getting stuck behind us. Get ourselves to be a little bit more open with that lower body. Okay, so we just now fixed kind of like the rotation in the lower body, how that's gonna clear ourselves so now we don't have to get stuck anymore. But now we need to work on what our shoulders are doing and then what the hands and club head are doing. So as we're getting our rotation, so you just got that down. So now, again, being stuck is way back here, we actually need to feel like our hands and club head are working in front of us now. So as you're rotating through, I want you to feel like actually your right shoulder is gonna start taking over. It's probably gonna be easy for you guys if you're right hand dominant. So if I notice this, if my right shoulder tries to open and rotate this way, you can see how the club head now is working back in front of me. So this is an over exaggerated feeling. If you go out there, if you're really struggling getting stuck, if you're swinging over the top, then I wouldn't recommend doing this. But if you're getting stuck, you're gonna feel like this right shoulder or your trail shoulder here is gonna work out in front of you. Now a good example is watch it trailing or in line, with my right knee. As my left knee opens up, my right knee is going, but look at my right shoulder is in line with my right knee. So now it's working, you can see here, it's working that club head out in front of me, and my hands are still in line with my chest here as I open on up. Now again, this is an over exaggerated feeling. If you go out there and do this and really feel over exaggerated with it, I guarantee you it's going to get you closer to a line instead of getting way stuck in here behind you. So you may feel there that you're actually coming over the top, and that's the actual idea there. You actually do want to feel like you're semi over the top. But the thing is, the reason why we started rotation first is because you want to still feel like you're rotating with that lower body. So in actuality, the feeling for you to get away from being stuck back here, the over-exaggerated feeling is feeling like you're actually opening up and swinging slightly over the top, while as everything opens up. So now that goes to the drill. I actually want you to feel like you're swinging over the top. Go ahead and do a lot of these practice swings here. Do like 5 practice swings, the squat and rotate. Now integrate a little bit more of that motion of getting your right shoulder to follow that right knee and that club head working out here in front of you now. The drill is, I want you to hit full shots. Doesn't have to be 100% speed, but full swings. And I want you to pay attention to your divots. Go ahead and place an alignment stick down wherever you're aiming, dead straight. And I want you to pay attention to your divots, and I want your divots to go left of the alignment stick, as far left as you can. Again, this is for guys who are struggling getting stuck. If you're swinging over the top, this is not going to be the right drill for you. So what we want to do is we want to get here, focus on the rotation, work out in front of me, and I want these divots to go way left. You don't want to get super steep with it. That's why we're rotating open. So I'm going to hit one here, and I'm going to focus and try to get that divot to go way left of my target. That means I'm pretty much on a good path of not getting stuck here behind me. So now that you got yourself rotating and not sliding through impact, well, now you actually need to learn how to release the golf club. So that's what Clay is going to talk about here in a second. It's going to be a preview of our straight line release video. So if you click on the iCard, it's going to take you to the full version of that video. All right, guys, so good luck working on it. Have fun as always, and play well out there.
Common misconception I see is that we want to create lag, and we just want to hold that lag all the way on through contact and get as much lag as we can coming through contact, and that's simply not true. In the release section, we're going to talk about how to turn that lag into energy, how to turn that into speed so that you can hit it very far and do it, like we mentioned, without hardly any effort at all. And as we're coming through contact, we're going to fully release this angle as we're about 45 past contact. So if I draw, a 45-degree angle, I should be looking at both arms, nice and straight, the club splitting those arms. So that by releasing the club, by getting this angle to release as we're coming through contact, that's what's going to create the speed. Our hands are moving a very short distance. Our club is moving a very long distance through contact, and it creates that whip-like effect.
Very different swings, hitting the exact same position. So first, let's take a look at Dustin Johnson, releasing the club 45 past. And the reason we're going to see such different swings producing similar positions is that this is the real physics of how this has to happen. Here we're looking at Sergio Garcia. Again, we're going to see tons of